Hello, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you get on this blueprint workshop, however you got here through some of our media and content information. We thought we would record this. We put these on at least once a quarter in the Bay County area for buyers, and I promise if you stick with it, you'll pick up one or two little things or tidbits that you could use to negotiate your own deal or reach back out to us. We'd love to service you in the home buying process. So I'm going to turn it over to Gabe, and we're going to kind of go through these slides. And then as we go through them, I may interject or interrupt them. So I apologize up front for that because sometimes I just can't help myself. But I am actually the seller's agent for the Home Life 360 team, and Gabe is more of the buyer's agent for the Home Life 360 team. And his pulse is always about what's going on in our market and what homes are discounted, time on market. He does a lot of research so that way he's informed to better inform you as you go through the process of buying a home. But anyway, I'm going to turn this over to Gabe and I'm going to stop talking for a minute. And we appreciate that you're here and taking
That's
a look
right.
at this. All right, Gabe, take it away, buddy.
All right, everybody, welcome. We're glad you're here. We're glad you clicked the link to come join us today and talk about what it is to purchase a home. This is a recap of our live seminar that we did. So there's going to be a lot of good points, but it won't be as long, so you won't have to worry. Just follow through. And like I said, we'll answer any questions that you may have. You can reach out to us and send us an email that you have apart from what we go over on in this workshop. And we'll get back to you and answer it the best we can. Before we get started, we want to be very clear about one thing. This is not a sales presentation, okay? There's no pressure to buy a home today. There's no obligation to work with us. The purpose of this workshop is simple. We just want you to understand how home buying actually works so you can make a confident decision when the time is right for you. This workshop is designed for first-time home buyers, renters, people relocating, buyers upgrading, veterans, and anybody who's worried about credit or finances. If you ever said, I want to buy a home someday, I don't know where to start, you're exactly who this is for. Most home buyers don't struggle because homes are expensive. They struggle because no one ever explains the process clearly. And hopefully today, this is what we're going to do for you. People try to learn this home buying from Google, from friends. You know, everybody's a Google expert nowadays. Social media as well, or while they're already under contract. And that can be stressful. We created this workshop so you can learn everything before emotions, deadlines, and pressure kicks in. So before we talk about credit or loans, let's zoom out and let's look at the big picture. Buying a home is not one big decision. It's a series of small decisions in a specific order. Most problems happen when people skip steps, do things out of order, or don't know what's coming next. Here's a simplified version of the process. Number one, financial preparation. Two, understanding credit. Number three, choosing the right loan. Number four, getting pre-approved. Number five, the right home, finding the right home. Making an offer. Inspections and appraisals. Closing and getting the keys. That's it. It sounds daunting, but I promise you, it's not. That's what we're here for. Today, we're going to walk you through each of these so they feel manageable. Credit is the biggest mental roadblock for most buyers. We hear this all the time. My credit isn't good enough. I need to fix a few things first. I messed up years ago. Here's the truth. Credit does not need to be perfect. Your credit score is a snapshot, not a life sentence. Lenders mainly care about your payment history, debt compared to income, commonly known as DTI, and overall patterns. One mistake from years ago doesn't automatically stop you. We've helped buyers with low credit, no credit, past collections, and medical issues. The biggest mistake is assuming instead of checking. Once credit feels less scary, the next question is always about money. Now we get to the down payment, and we also have programs with buyer assistance as well. So this is one of the biggest myths in real estate. You don't always need 20% down. We hear that all the time. depending on the loan and the
Hey,
situation.
Gabe, let me interject. Very rarely do we close a loan that's 20% down.
Right.
It's 3%, 3.5% to 5%. And then we do have some government grants that are still out there floating around that we can help buyers with, right?
That's right. Yeah, we have a lender partner that has all kinds of programs, from anywhere from no money down to a low percent of down payment. So there's all kinds of programs available for your specific buyers and your situation. So that's something we can also assist you with. So depending on your loan situation, buyers may qualify for low down payment options, assistant programs. There's tons of VA benefits for veteran buyers. There's builder incentives for new construction. We have a builder partner that you'll hear from later on that we also work with that has all kinds of amazing programs. They have tons of inventory to choose from, different neighborhoods, whether you want to live on the beach, whether you want to live in town, they have it all. So what you need depends on your situation, not a headline you saw online. So saving for a home isn't about perfection. It's about having a plan. Once you understand credit and savings, the next piece is choosing the right loan. There isn't one best mortgage. There's only the best mortgage for you. Different loans are designed for first-time buyers, veterans, buyers with limited savings, buyers planning to move again later. The goal is alignment, not forcing yourself into something uncomfortable. I mean, this is a big purchase in your life. Some people only do it 1 to 3 times in their lifetime. So we want to make sure that this is a comfortable process for you. This is why getting pre-approved early matters, not to commit you, but to give you clarity. So we have a website that's www.getpreapprovedonline.com. It's a very simple process to get pre-approved. That way, you know what your buying power is. And that way, when you see something that you want, you'll know you'll be able to purchase it because you're already approved and you'll know what your payments and your terms are. So buying a home isn't just about the house. It's also about location, location, location. I'm sure you've heard of that once or twice in your life. Timing, strategy. A strong offer isn't always the highest offer. It's the offer that makes sense for you and the market. This is where emotions come in, and this is where guidance matters most.
Well, let me interject right here as well, Gabe. One thing Gabe's really good at is if you reach out to us for help, I mean, the first thing Gabe's going to do is kind of have a consultation with you guys to find out what your needs are, like understanding your needs as far as the neighborhood that you choose you want to live in and the lifestyle that that neighborhood brings. He also stays, super on top of that research and techniques, discovering effective methods to researching potential neighborhoods, including online tools and forums, like you see in that this slide that we're showing right now. And also, he talks to you about the amenities that are important. If you're a growing family, a starter family, what amenities are important to you so that he can, through his research, get you into a neighborhood that you're searching for. And then obviously safety concerns and those type, he stays all over that. And then also he kind of packages that all up with the future growth and development of that area so you can have an understanding of what the future is going to bring in that area that you're living in. But I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Didn't mean to interrupt, but those are some of the things that he does when he figures out what's your must-haves as he helps research properties that align with your needs.
All right. And once we get to the last step and we found the neighborhood that you want and the price in your budget that meets you and your family's needs, we go under contract. That's when both parties have signed and have agreed to a price, and now we're going to start the work. So, Bryan, there's all kinds of things from when you get under contract to the closing date. From start to beginning. So, what are some of those important things that are important to understand during this phase? So, the final part is getting under contract. That's when both parties sign a contract and agree to what you're purchasing. So once you're on a contract, protection becomes priority. The home is not done. It's in process. Most contracts fail during inspection or financing. Communication is critical. Deadlines matter. Having an experienced agent protects the buyer. So the first thing, once you're under contract, is you'll do an earnest money deposit, and that's usually due between 1 to 3 days. It's pretty much the standard. I always suggest make sure you take it down straight to whoever your title company is. That's going to be on your contract to purchase. Make sure you get it straight there. I've seen buyers take it to the agent. I've seen buyers take it somewhere else, and then the title company is asking, where's the earnest money deposit? And they've already been past 3 days. So if you don't get it in the time allotted, that contract actually becomes null and void. So that's something important that you want to you make sure you get down and get it recorded. Okay. So after that, so after you submit the your earnest money to the title company, this shows good faith and you secure the agreement. It's also applied towards closing costs or down payment. The second part is usually inspection period, typically 7 to 10 days after contract. This is the buyer's opportunity to conduct a general home inspection. So normally the buyer will hire a inspection company, and they'll come out and they will conduct a general inspection, review major systems like the roof, HVAC, plumbing, electrical. And then if there's any issues that come up, negotiating repairs or credits if needed. Okay. This is not about asking for everything. It's about identifying safety, structural, and major mechanical issues.
And we typically offer, we have 3 of each of these areas, the inspection process for the customer to choose from, right? The client to choose from.
Mm-hmm.
And we help them navigate through that, getting that inspection ordered and all
That's
that.
right. That's right. We have a lot of partners that we partner with when it comes to home inspections, when it comes to anything that you might need when purchasing home, and even after the purchase as well. We have electrician partners, we have structural partners. If you want a deck, if you want a pool, anything like that, we have all kinds of partners that we can get you with to make sure that you're taken care of. So, and then after the inspection, if like a buyer submits a repair request or credit request, if there's any issues, the seller can agree or counter or decline, and then negotiating takes place. So, important point to stress: the goal is to keep the deal together with protecting the buyer.
And that's something that's something you're really good at too, because once, when we have the houses inspected, there's always a little something on that report. And that's where we don't have the emotion that you guys have. So it's easy for us to sit down, kind of go through what do we need them to fix, what's a must fix. And if we've done everything right, where we structured your contract on the front of it very strong, the seller don't want to lose you either. So that helps with us to negotiate on the back end of this thing on repairs that we need to get done. So we do sit down with you and run through those as well.
Right. That's right. And then after the inspection period, usually the lender will order their appraisal. It confirms value. The appraisal confirms values and supports the purchase price. So it protects it protects the bank and indirectly the buyer. So that's what it's all about. So appraises at value, appraises above value. What? Oh, explain scenarios.
Of contract value, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Explain scenario. All right. Once appraisal comes in, it'll either appraise at value, meaning that's what it came in of what we're trying to sell it for. Appraises above value, meaning it's actually worth more than what you have it listed for, and appraises below value, meaning it's coming in under of what you're trying to purchase it for.
I'm going to throw a shout out to Gabe. So we have not had a deal to date that's come below what we've helped you negotiate that offer at in a house. So in other words, we've never had to renegotiate because the appraisal came in low. Good job, Gabe.
That's right. Thank you.
Good job, Gabe.
Behind the scenes are happening during appraisal as well. So the loan is processing and in underwriting, meaning they're checking and deep diving again, making sure that nothing is changing your credit, making sure that your employment and verifying your income, making sure nothing has changed. So I want to remind you during this step, it's very crucial. Okay, do not change jobs, do not open any new credit. Do not make any large purchases and do not miss any payments. Okay. This stage requires stability. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to change banks. nothing like that, because any little hiccup like that could just crash the deal, and that's it. Over what you think might be a little minute, trust me, we've seen all kinds of things and all kinds of unbelievable scenarios that has killed the deal, and then that's it. I mean, unfortunately, the bank has the last say when it comes to a deal, so you want to make sure that nothing changes. Okay. And then after that, so the title company, and the title company are the ones that handle the transaction. So they're doing all the lien searches. They're going to be doing the closing. They're checking for judgments and liens, and they're preparing closing docs in conjunction with the bank. So, and then you'll be going when closing day. They'll set up a closing date, and you'll be there to sign all the docs and everything. Another part of this buying process is your insurance and your final loan approval. Okay, buyer must secure homeowners insurance. We can help you with that. There's tons of good homeowner insurance companies out there. You'll finalize the loan approval, and then you'll receive a clear to close, which is for every agent's ears and buyers. Clear to close is a wonderful phrase. After you get the green light, we'll schedule closing, and then we'll do a final walkthrough. You'll have 24 to 48 hours before closing, and you'll go to verify the home. So you'll verify if repairs have been completed, if agreed. Home is in same condition as when you saw it. No new damage. All systems are operational, like any appliances. If there's a pool, anything that might be in the home is all operational. Okay. This is not another inspection. It's just a verification to make sure what you saw is still there. They didn't take the refrigerator. They didn't take the microwave. They didn't demo the pool or anything like that. Everything is still there. So, like I said, it's just a verification. Next, which is an awesome day, which is closing day. So at closing, buyer signs loan documents, funds are transferred, title is recorded, and keys are released. So congratulations, you're an official homeowner.
We love this part.
That's right. So it sounds like a lot, which it actually is. This is why it's wise to choose an agent that's familiar with all these steps, because a lot of hiccups can happen outside of what you're outside of you. So anything can happen. So we're tasked with making sure that if anything happens, we can make sure we can address it and get us back on track and get you in the home that you want. And now we're going to hear from one of our builder partners from D.R. Horton. Her name is Leanne Coleman, and she'll talk to you a little bit about what D.R. Horton can offer and all kinds of communities that they have and all kinds of programs that they have. Leanne, take it away.
Welcome back to our Buyer's Blueprint Workshop. This is our new construction home building partner, Leanne Coleman. She's with D.R. Horton. She's going to tell us a little bit about D.R. Horton and how D.R. Horton can be a great partner for you.
D.R. Horton has many programs in place to help, especially first-time buyers and buyers that have challenges that may or may not have down payment money, buyers that need entry-level homes. We have homes starting in the $255,000 range, and with down payment assistance, you can get up to $50,000 in money that you may never have to repay back to the county. It's just really tailoring to your needs.
All right, and you guys have so many options as far as home models, communities. What are a couple of communities that you specialize in that you kind of overlook?
Hodges Bayou in Southport,
okay,
near the Deer Point Lake. Morningside, which is the one we're in right now. Titus Park, which is over by the new Publix. We have Liberty off of Star Avenue, Park Place off of 22 on the way to Weewalt. And then we go even further east into Gulf County, Mexico Beach, Gulf County area. There's about 9 more communities in that direction.
So tons of options, tons of programs. Of the model that we're in the community that we're at.
This is the Morningside community. We're up north on Highway 231. It is a rider plan, a little over 2,000 square feet,
wow.
4 bedrooms, 2 bath. Nice open concept, 2-car garage, 8-foot ceilings.
What's the price range kind of in these homes for something like this?
The low 300s.
Oh wow, that's a lot of square footage for the money. And also, so as far as mortgage and qualifying for a mortgage, D.R. Horton has a mortgage branch.
We do, and we have programs in lending that can be tailored to anybody's needs. You know, if they need help getting their credit score up or they need down payment assistance, we have a program for everyone. If we can't figure it out, then they probably can't buy a house with anyone.
Right. So there you go. So first step is come see me. Second step, we'll both come see Leanne, and we'll get you into a home that meets all your needs and your budget.
And for all that great information. At this point, most people feel one of two things. Either I feel ready to take the next step, or I'm not ready yet, but I finally understand what I need to work on. Both are great places to be. We offer something called a buyer strategy session. It's a one-on-one conversation where we answer your questions, look at your goals, talk through credit, budget, and timing, and help you map out the next steps. This is not a sales call, it's a strategy conversation. If that sounds helpful, we'll share the link where you can schedule one. And I can't wait to meet you.
I can't either. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.
We appreciate you guys. Have a great day.